It's time for a random review.
All right, welcome back to Original Geek. We set the topic, the dice set the direction. We know what we're reviewing, we just don't know how.
Yes, and we got a celebrity random review today because we have two of the cast members from Galaxy Quest who are taking part in our random review today. So we have Jed Rees, who plays Teb, one of the Thermian aliens in Galaxy Quest, and also Patrick Breen, who plays Quellic in Galaxy Quest. They took part in our random review that we did with them at the convention, and now we'll also roll for ourselves to do our bit of review. So we're going to get 4 random review segments, 2 from Steve and I, and 2 from Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, sorry, you still have to listen to us talk before Jed and Patrick. All right, so I'm going to roll for you first.
Okay.
And I do want to point out, so again, we had no clue that these guys were going to do this with us, and we were excited. And when Renee said, yeah, they'll be happy to do it, that'd be great, I didn't bring a dice with me because who knew? So, of course, we're at a convention and there was people selling dice. So I bought this die. I don't know if you, for those of you watching, and I don't know if you can even see it. I'll have to describe it. It's a liquid core, and inside is like a cat's eye marble. So when you roll, it moves independently. So if you're a dice person like we are, it's a very, very cool dice. And
I couldn't believe at the vendor, you're like, well, how much is that? Oh, it's $2. Like, $2.
I know.
That's nothing.
Yeah, we were, especially at a convention. Because she wasn't selling it. She was selling whole sets of other dice. And
still.
I told her, I just need a D20. She goes, I don't have any. I'm like, no, I just need one. She goes, you can take one of these. And it was a demo for one of the dice towers is what it was.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, all right, here we go. I'm going to roll this for you. And you guys will see, if you're going to watch, we'll have a clip for them and you'll see it. I rolled a 19 for you. Oh, this is a great one. Sam Rockwell as Guy. I'm the guy who dies to prove the situation is serious. A breakout performance, Rockwell's manic energy and constant fear of being the extra who gets vaporized stole the show. Is the highest charisma check of heavy hitters. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. Sam Rockwell, I love him as an actor. He really, like everything he ever did had quite an impact with everything that I ever saw him in. He never seemed to get that kind of star power. Then, so here he is in Galaxy Quest as the expendable crew member, and then he ends up as like one of the central figures in another great sci-fi movie, A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And, knocks it out of the park there as well. He is fantastic in this film, but this film was, just jam-packed. And at that time, like, everyone knew Sigourney Weaver, Tim Allen, Alan Rickman. Some lesser-known names that just round out this cast: Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell, Justin Long, Rainn Wilson has this really small role. It's just, man. And then Enrico and Missy Pyle. This was Missy Pyle's breakout too.
Yeah.
In her role. So, man, Sam Rockwell is just so fantastic. So yes, I 100% agree. And I absolutely love that even though he's the red shirt and you expect, at some point he dies, and he's thinking, this is where I die. And he's torn because, he's going on with the away team. He's like, I'll live. Oh, wait a second. No, wait, I'm going to die. I should have stayed on the ship. But wait a second. What if I was on the ship and that's where I die? I don't know what to do.
My favorite, and again, I had forgotten until I did the rewatch, but later in the show, when the stakes really do get raised by the lizard aliens taking over the ship, he and Alan Rickman. He's with Alan Rickman, and Alan Rickman, he's like holding him because he's freaking out. And he goes, do you ever think maybe you're just the plucky comic relief?
Yes.
Like, it was such a weird kind of subtle throwaway line, but it was such a turn for the character. So
yes,
I agree. I love
Sam. That's
Sam.
what he was, really.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was great. I agree with everything you said about Sam Rockwell. And The Hitchhiker's Guide is one of my favorites, both the book and the movie. I know people hated that particular version of it, but
really?
Yeah, people didn't like it. Well, because his character, Zaphod Beeblebrox, is supposed to be two-headed, and it's supposed to be literally heads side by side, like an Eton. And because they did the hidden head under the neck thing,
Oh, God.
people were upset by it. And I'm like, it's just a choice that they made.
No one
And
can
it
be
was
happy.
No, it was such a great movie, too.
All right. I'm going to roll for you. And we got a 3. Early marketing, the DreamWorks original comedy trailer, a rough start. Initially, the studio tried to market it as a broad, goofy kids movie. It nearly tanked the film's prestige potential until word of mouth spread. It was actually a smart, emotionally resonant satire for adults.
Yeah, I will say, it was made in 1999, and I 100%. I have to agree with this because I actually don't remember any original marketing. So I'm going to add on to this and I think maybe the way they marketed it was during the kid shows because they were trying to market it to the kids as a goofy movie that it didn't hit us. By 99, I'm 30, and it's not something that I'm paying attention to for kids channels. I don't have kids yet at that point. So I don't think I saw this when it came out at the theater. I think I ended up seeing it in rerun, which is something that happened, or not a rerun. I probably rented a video at some point from Blockbuster of all places. But I don't even remember them advertising this movie. So I agree. I think it was a huge fail for the marketing. We talked about how we were going to approach do we do all the segments because it's a special episode? And one of the things is it's such a great movie on many, many levels. Like there's really no bad to discuss. We couldn't do a geek court because neither one of us could find anything we didn't like. Right. And it's just the truth because it's such on a meta level, which you'll hear another story about. So I don't want to trash that too much, but it's just a great movie. And then as a sci-fi movie, it's just a fun sci-fi movie on its own. Like even if you don't take the fandom part of it, and if you know this movie, and if you're listening to this, I would hope have known what Galaxy Quest was. You know what we're talking about. Now, again, Jed and Patrick both used the dice I showed earlier, the new dice I bought. And they didn't get either of the 2 roles we just got. So you're going to get a double bonus. First of all, you get to hear from a couple of the guys who were in the movie. So here they come.
All right, so we got a 14, and that's a successful diplomacy check. Sigourney Weaver as Gwen, playing the girl who repeats the computer. What are your thoughts on Sigourney Weaver and that casting and the irony of the whole?
So the immediate thing that comes to mind is it was a sci-fi actor known for Alien, and then she's doing a spoof on sci-fi. But to make things even more meta, here we are doing a convention for Galaxy Quest, and in the movie, they're doing a convention. And what made it even funnier to me is, Rico's not here today. And we were like, oh, Rico's too fancy to be here. And then we were like, oh my God, we're like the actors in the movie when they're complaining about Tim Allen not being around. Right. And so, that's what immediately came to my mind when you brought that up.
Thank you, Jed.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
And thank you.
All right, so we rolled a 10, and that is set design. The Protector versus the TV set. It was a visual masterpiece, brilliant between the cheap TV set and the real Thermians. Tell us about your experience with that set.
Okay, the reason I love this question is because there's a scene where I appear to Alan Rickman because I've stayed hidden using the Maktar. I forget what it's called. There's a thing that Alan had. I said, I used your stealth haze, somebody in your Maktar stealth haze, and he's like, all right, whatever, But he sees me on the ceiling as an octopus, and he just said, well, why don't we just do it? So it was too much because there was this. Originally, the set was trying to be revealed to be the Thermians through technology. The Protector was a fake set around this really sophisticated, organic architecture that was revealed. I come out through a wall because I'm hiding in the wall, and you see interior inside the ship, and it's like an animal. The Protector was like a living guts and intestines, and and they had built it, and it was there to use. But Alan thought, oh, why don't we just have him on the ceiling and he'll drop down and appear, and it's funny and it's fast, whatever. But the set was unused, and so no one ever got to see that the Thermians, not that you don't get to see that side of the Thermians, that the ship itself is like alive, but that the poor production designers and set builders who'd spent all this time building this reveal was wasted. So that's
Thank
Very
you so
cool.
much.
Thank you so
Patrick.
much. Appreciate it.
No, sir.
All right. So once again, to Renee, who helped us set this whole thing up, and to Patrick and Jed, we got a chance to actually meet Missy Pyle. She wasn't able to participate with us, but all of them were amazing, very, very generous with their time. And you'll find out even more about how generous as we jump into one of the last sections. But yeah, so thank you to all of you for everything that you did. You don't know how fun it was for us to be able to have a rough plan going in and have it work out. And I'm very, very excited. So thank you guys for joining us. And if you guys like this episode, this segment, like, subscribe, follow us, and jump into to what we're doing.